addition to sexual assault, I'd like to bring awareness to the crimes against our Kūpuna, or our elder abuse unit. A common theme that we see is the financial exploitation of our Kūpuna. So the question was, Augie, what can we do to help prevent this, or what happens when it unfortunately occurs? I think it's important, especially in a community like ours where we revere our elders and oftentimes live with them. It's important that we're involved or aware of what's going on in the lives of our Kūpuna, that they should never be truly alone. Also to vet, verify, and check up on those who are entrusted with their care. What we see oftentimes is those in positions of trust, whether it's lawfully gained or they've weaseled their way in, they take control of the Kūpuna's finances, they steal or abuse other privileges and take over their property. So how do we avoid this? Be aware of our Kūpuna, their financial situation, consult with other family members, and just ensure that they're not being isolated by their abuser perhaps, or they're not being taken advantage of either by friends, acquaintances, or scams.
Yeah, no, my mom is constantly changing her card number. And I tell my mom, stop buying stuff and giving out your information. She always come out like, oh yeah, what? I go, Ma, you're doing it again. So you gotta change the card. So if, she lives with me, I cannot imagine, Kūpuna by themselves or, maybe being checked not as much as they should be, where the money is going and, and again, all the craziness of, that phone and what that phone does now in this day and age does more than just,
And a bunch of older people end up living alone, and they can't drive, they can't go out and get groceries, they can't, get help, go to medical, appointments.
Yeah.
So it's tough. So the more support services there are out in the community to help folks especially who are alone, if they're fortunate to live with family, that really helps.
But I'm looking for a stepdad for my mom.